dropping acid rain. Mississippi mystic here to stay. Hero, phantom, Uberman. It's Overman. Elohim, etymologist. Cryptozoologist. Esoteric archaeologist.
I'm gonna go.
Jules rules and bond. Eavesdrop nuclear winter on us all. On us all. Grey pill, 3 prion. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Pass it on. Grey pill, Patreon. Can't go wrong. Rosy Cross and Lion's Mane. Born to lose, live to win. Low down, dirty South, rise again. Join the Grey Pill Patreon. You can't go wrong. Grey Pill, Patreon. You can't go wrong.
They call me battle steerer, boy with a blade and a blackbird grin. Volsung poured the meat for wolves, and I set places for the ravens. Smoke in my hair like a crown, iron in my mouth and my hands. I learned early how to bargain with the dead and with the land. I am the man on the rock, salt in my scars, wind in my teeth. I'm the burden you lift when the night grows sharp and the road grows steep. Call me spellcaster, call me broken stock. I don't care what you call me. I wanna ride. I wanna ride. Give me a hull of splintered pine. Give me a horse made of storm and snare. I'll name every ghost on the shoreline. I'll trade every oath I wear. Stone remembers every footfall. Blood remembers every vow. If you're heading for the world's edge, take me with you now. I am the man on the rock, salt in my scars, wind in my teeth. I'm the burden you lift when the night grows sharp and the road grows steep. Call me spellcaster, call me broken stock. I don't care what you call me. I wanna ride. I wanna ride. I wanna ride. Wheel turns or burns. Names fall off like rust. Ride with me or ride through me, but leave me in the dust. I am the man on the rock, salt in my scars, wind in my teeth. I'm the burden you lift when the night grows sharp and the road grows steep. Call me spellcaster, call me broken stock. I don't care what you call me. I wanna ride. I wanna ride. I wanna ride.
Gods of the morning, gods of the morning wood, gods of the morning wood, gods of the morning wood, gods of the morning wood. Gods of the morning, gods of the morning, gods of the morning wood, gods of the morning, gods of the morning wood.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Gods of the Morning Wood, Esoteric book review, whatever you want to call it. A little loud. I'm gonna turn that down. I'm all by myself this morning. There's nobody here to join me. Again, good morning. Good morning. Saturday morning. Great day of Saturn to all. Happy Beltane to everybody. It's summer, which was very weird because yesterday it was oddly cold, like too cold. Like felt like it was February. It was raining. It was weird. Kind of let you know that the universe may be a little off balance, right? Or at least our fucking world or whatever. Anyway, yeah, Rat's not here. He's probably still sleeping. Subliminal is busy with family. I get it. So you got me. Nick is out of town. That's it. Maybe we can get Headless in here. Maybe Rat will grace us with his presence. Okay. Let me... Hopefully everybody had a good week. If you're a Patreon member, you got an email. There is a StreamYard link that you can click on. It will take you to the own the private stream for the show this morning, guys. This song's pretty long, isn't it? This had me cracking up. I rode my bike today. I hope, yeah. That's the song Subliminal made for the show, where we quoted, or we used the Volsunga saga, the words of Odin, as a prop, or like a prompt or whatever. So shouts out Subliminal Messenger, Ricky Spanglish, Royal Deluxe. We'll go ahead and shout him out, man. He's co-hosted the show. He's a good guy. He's been an audience member of Greypilled for quite some time. Probably one of my first viewers, to be quite honest with you. I used to do the things on YouTube with the Elohim etymologies. What were they? The live premieres, and he would be the only one in there talking to me. And I remember I'd be watching at the same time, talking back with him and stuff. And then he started streaming, and he was in the Dangerous Retards chat, and we started doing shows together, common interest, and we wanted to look into the same stuff, and so he helps out a lot, not only with Gods of the Morning Wood, but with Greypilled, making me designs, and which it's awesome, because I really don't have time to do all that by myself, unfortunately. But again, guys, if you want to support the show, go over to the Patreon. We did our first episode of Occult Cinema. When was it? Wednesday night. Me and Nick, we streamed Mother, did like an occult breakdown of it. Fascinating. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's on Patreon. So go if you liked what you saw on Wednesday night, then you'll definitely like what we're doing today at 2:00. Me and the Paranoid American will be going live, streaming Sword in the Stone, doing an esoteric review, breakdown of it. A lot of the Rosicrucian themes that are in it, and you got your Orders of the Quest themes in there as well. Today, guys, we are, Meat Cavern had to leave. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, after that baby scene. Yeah, dude. It made me cringe. I was like, oh, God, I forgot about this movie. But the symbolism. JC, thanks for you and Valkyrie stuck around till about midnight. It was like 12:30 when we finished it. And shouts out Nick for coming on and doing it for the Patreon, man. He really came in there and broke the whole fucking movie down. Actually helps you understand it a lot more. The characters' roles are very similar to that of Genesis. Let's just say that. And so you get a lot of symbolism in there, and you kind of can tell what's going to happen next, right? And it's a crazy fucking movie. But yeah, so Sword in the Stone, I'm going to have Jonathan from Metamystics, Cult of Conspiracy, ex-Cult of Conspiracy, come on, and I don't know what movie we're going to do, but he'll be coming on this next month. Going to get some more people in here. And it's a new show for the Patreon, and it's also a way that the audience can hang out. I don't have to do like a 2-hour presentation, which I love doing. Also, if you're a Patreon member, go check out part 2, Hand to Sabazios. Tyranny was there. Tyranny showed up. JC, Valkyrie, Meat Cavern, and Xerox is the only 5 Patreon members that showed up on. I wish I sent it out earlier that day. I should have done it the day before. Hopefully enough people can check their emails today and show up at 2:00. That'd be cool. But there is a StreamYard link. If y'all go and find it, you can, because we will be cutting the stream today after we do. We're going to start off with the Lost Keys of Freemasonry. It's a Manly P. Hall treatise, and the only one that we basically haven't started. It was one of the ones that we presented at the beginning, like, hey, we're probably going to get into this. I've actually used or I posted a few of, I think a few images from the book on X before, just to quote things or to give a, I think I was talking about the Dweller on the Threshold one time, and there's a depiction of that in there. A lot of cool shit in there. So we'll be starting that. And then we will be beginning the Prose Edda as well. Very excited for that. That will be over on the Patreon. So we'll get started here in a minute, guys. It's still, I do like a 20-minute music intro because I'm obviously making my coffee and getting set up. Oh, well, what do we have here? Thank you. Here. 5 subscriptions, gifted 5 subscriptions on the Rumble. I appreciate that, man. I don't know if there's 5 people on the Rumble right now. But thank you. Thank you for the donation. That's basically, I think that's, yeah. Thank you, Tyranny. That means a lot, dude. You thank you for supporting the show. All you guys on the Patreon, most of you guys are the ones that donate most of the time as well. So I really appreciate you guys. You help me out a lot. Valkyrie probably won't be here this morning. Her and Olivia were on the phone last night for hours. Yeah, they're besties. So when your wife becomes friends with your like closest audience members, yes, it's cool because my wife's a part of the show as well. Miss Babylon, we love Miss Babylon. I wish she would make it to one of these. That'd be pretty cool, right? She's not going to. It's not going to happen. Not on a Saturday morning. Maybe on a Sunday morning. Hell, I mean, if I didn't get up to do this on a Saturday morning, I'd probably be sleeping in. I haven't slept in on a Saturday in maybe a year now because I like to come and hang out with you guys. I also like reading. So maybe gay to some of you. I don't care. You spelled Mary wrong, but it's okay. Again, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hail the gods of the morning wood. Anyway, I wanted to pull something up. Let's go over here to Twitter. Anything crazy happened this week? Did we bomb any other countries? Any laws pass? Any speech laws? The fuck is that interference? My phone isn't even in here. Guys, let me know if y'all hear that or if it's I don't know what the fuck that is. They're probably putting up some 5G tower somewhere. Here, I wanted to talk about, because it is the beginning of summer. I don't know what that is. I'm hearing some interference in my headphones. Usually that's if I have my phone over here with me, but it's not. So don't know. Hopefully that cuts out. But I'm gonna pull this up. It's a post about Beltane. Because I used to think that this was just some satanic holiday, and it really isn't. It's just an ancient holiday, an ancient festival, much like all the other ones, right? And when you look at the lens that history is written through, it deems all this stuff, dark and it, it doesn't really provide the true meaning of what it means. So here, let me. All right. So post from Raven Folk United. These people are pretty cool. May Day belongs to us. Long before it had its modern name, our Germanic ancestors marked this turning Hexennacht. The night before was a time, isn't Walpurgisnacht wasn't that yesterday or wasn't that the day before, which is a Christian holiday, right? So this is this kind of theme that we see, which I don't care, celebrate what you want. I'm just telling you, showing you where it all stems from, right? That's what we do on this show. That's what we like to do. What we try to do, at least. We like to find the origin of things and find the original meaning and interpret it through that way, because that's the best way to, right? Don't interpret your history through the lens of your enemies, is all I'm saying. Like I said, it's still early. Y'all work with me. The night before was a time of fire, of gathering, of standing at the edge of the warm season and claiming it. Bonfires burned across the hills. People leapt the flames, which would be like some form of a ritual or initiation, a cleansing maybe, like a baptism through fire or something. You have your baptism through water. Then you have your two mystery schools, right? They drove their livestock through the smoke for blessing and protection. They knew this moment carried real power, and they met it with real intention. The Vanir are close in this season. Freyr and Freya, their presence runs through every blooming thing right now. The land is awake. The bright half of the year is here. Step outside today. Put your feet on the ground. Light a candle or a fire if you can. Speak your gratitude out loud for what carried you through the dark months, and set your intention clearly for what you are growing now. Wishing all, shouts out to Raven Folk United. They're pretty good people. And they're down south too, I think. But did that share? If that didn't share, I'm going to be pissed because I shared it. Anyway, I read it if it didn't share. So all right. I guess it's just going to be me this morning. I don't know if Rat's going to make it. When he's streaming last night, him and Not Nice Mormon. Shouts out, Not Nice Guy. All right, guys. I guess I'll start with Lost Keys of Freemasonry. Whatever. Going it alone. Headless, you awake? Let me know. He usually reposts the stream if he's awake. I heard in Mexico they can only buy gasoline with electronic payments now, no cash. Well, it's probably going to be the norm in a lot of other places here soon. I don't know. I haven't used cash in quite some time. Only whenever I have to pay my son for doing shit around the house, or his allowance for doing the dishes and mowing the yard and everything. He's a good kid. He takes care of his shit. So if he doesn't now, that means he'll do it when he gets older, right? All right, guys, let me pull this up. Let me make sure I share it. Wow. I didn't share the post. Fuck, man. This is what I was sharing. Why doesn't it automatically share? Motherfucker. Sorry. That's frustrating. That happened the other night. It used to, you would click on it to share, and it would, It's the festivities. Yeah. And most depictions you see in pop culture and stuff will, they label these kind of festivals as some dark, but it's a time of rebirth and renewal and cleansing, right? So, like I said earlier, don't learn your history from your enemies. All right, guys. runs a lot smoother when someone else is here. All right, here we go. So Lost Keys of Freemasonry. Yeah, it's not going to pull up by itself. Hey, Tier, thank you again for the $25 donation, I believe. What's up, Neff Hunter? Good to see you, man. Good morning. I'm gonna fix this because we got over halfway to the goal last month, guys. But it's not it helps the show out a lot when we do get there. But each daily goal is $33, and the monthly goal is $322. Illuminati confirmed. Here, I'm going to. So when it doesn't happen, it's not like the end of the world, but we like to try and get there. So keep up with it. And it is, dude, my watch, the day on my watch was the day prior for like the all week. I was just putting the wrong day for things. I don't know what's happening. So yeah, okay. We haven't done a show because we did get some donations the other night, I believe, but that was the last, I think it was the 31st. So we're not going to count that for this month. All right, guys. Like I said, this is a book at the very beginning of Esoteric Book Review. And look what's on the very front when you know it. Our Hand of the Mysteries, or Sabazius, right? If you know, you know. I'm not talking about it anymore because it's on the Patreon. And yeah. Here we go. You got the lion-faced adept. This is the head initiate helping the other adept out of the tomb, in which they just spent probably 3 days in. The coolest fucking pictures. I want some of these prints on the wall. I also want that staff with the caduceus on it. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to go down here in the way. Yeah, dude, I was just about to say that. A lot of good ideas for tattoos. I'm very happy that, people turn 18 and by the time they're 21, they're covered in tattoos. That's fucking stupid. Your tattoo should be, like a journey, right? Like everything kind of is. You should get them over time to tell a story. That's what I kind of do with mine. But like, I have so many fucking ideas for tattoos. I just need to get some money and then I can get them. I'll get that 3 or 4 tattoos in one day. I don't care. I may make you pass out, but I guess it depends on how big. The worst place ever is the belly button, though. I don't suggest anyone get your belly button tattooed and have a giant wolf head on my stomach. And yeah, the belly button's the mouth. So I'm pretty sure I had to eat like fucking protein bar. I was like, fuck, dude. Started sweating. I was like, dude, that sucks. I endured it though. The outline, then got half the shading, and then was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait. Wait to finish it. I'm still waiting. Still waiting. We'll be waiting for another few years on that one, probably. Ugh. Gonna hit Mikey up about that. Maybe. Man, he's so heavy-handed, dude. It's a guy who did my past few of my tattoos. The memberships are still getting passed out. I guess it waits until there's it sees 5 people in the chat on Rumble, and then it gives them all out. I like Jules' stripper pose in his thumbnails. Is that what it is? I guess. It was me just sitting out here on like I may have been reading or something or like doing, I don't know, about to do a show, and my wife just came out and took a picture of me, and I decided to look sexy. So there's definitely like a sexual aura in that photo of me, like, you know, come and receive it thy morning wood, you know, Xerox. No, it's not that. Not yet. No. This summer, you know, the summer's coming, maybe. Well, it's here, but it's not like I said, it was cold yesterday. It's actually 50 something outside right now. That's why I have a hoodie on. And no robe. I don't have a robe on. Obviously, we don't have a robe on this morning, guys. I actually, I'm slipping. My aesthetic is off. Well, Rat's not here either. So, I mean, hey, come on. We're all kind of off our game, aren't we? I mean, it's about a damn hour into the show, and Rat's not here. So I may be doing the whole thing solo today. The lion's paw in the pyramid in the lion's paw in the pyramid mysteries. Stop calling me out, dude. I've never fallen asleep on the show. Fucking dude. That was dude, that Strange Brew episode. What was that? Was that Protocols of Zion Part 2? Tomcat's like I was like, man, I'm trying to keep up with you, dude. We're on Strange Brew right now. And you're doing like it's like a Friday night show, dude. Yeah, we gotta, gotta have some beers. Went a little too far. Happens to the best of us. Yeah, Illuminati confirmed. Exactly. Now we'll get it started, guys. While we're awaiting the arrival of the rat, the picture shows how the grip of the lion's paw was given in the pyramid mysteries. The priest wore over his head the mask of a lion. By this grip, the spirit in man, long buried in the sepulchre of substance, is raised to life, and the candidate goes forth as a builder entitled to the wages of an initiate. Let's see. I wonder what the lion's paw grasp. I wonder if it's a certain, with the handshakes, how they do like a certain hold of each other. I wonder if they do the two fingers, Sabazius. Nick was saying how the head guy of the Golden Dawn, either the Golden Dawn or the OTO, calls himself the hand of Sabazius. So there's power in that. And if you looked, look, all I'll say is if you watched, the second episode on Patreon, very similar to the solar cross, right? Representing the sun. Another thing, it's what the Orthodox priests use. It's the blessed hands, the hand of the mysteries. It's something that you could use to ward off evil spirits and dark energy. So, absolutely, I believe that. No, it's not the lion. It's not the moose knuckle. It's not the. No, it's the lion's paw, the lion's grip. That lion grip. All right, you guys got to stop. We can't do this morning. It's too early for all that talk. All right. We're not reading the Ford. We know what Hall believes. Oh my God. I'm not reading that. Not reading that. I'm not reading that. Not reading that. I'm probably not reading that. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading this book. All right. Here we go. No, here. I'll go back up here. All right. I guess, should I? Yeah. The prologue. Will we read the, I mean, do you, let's read the prologue. What do y'all think? All right. I can't. We like to have fun on this show. In the fields of chaos, the first flush of awakening life pierced the impenetrable expanse of cosmic night, turning the darkness of negation into the dim twilight of unfolding being. Silhouetted against the shadowy gateways of eternity, the lonely figure of a mystic stranger stood upon the nebulous banks of swirling substance, robed in a shimmery blue mantle of mystery, and his head encircled by a golden crown of dazzling light. The darkness of chaos fled before the rays that poured like streams of living fire from his form divine. From some cosmos greater far, from some cosmos far greater than ours, this mystic visitor came, answering the call of divinity. From star to star he strode, and from world to universe he was known. Yet forever concealed by the filmy garments of chaotic night. Suddenly the clouds broke, and a wondrous light descended from somewhere among the seething waves of force. It bathed this lonely form in a radiance celestial, each sparkling crystal of mist gleaming like a diamond bathed in the living fire of the divine. In the gleaming flame of cosmic light, bordered by the dark clouds of not being, two great forms appeared, and a mighty voice thrilled eternity, each sparkling atom pulsating with the power of the Creator's word. While the great blue-robed figure bowed in awe before the footstool of his maker, as a hand reached down from heaven, its fingers extended the benediction. What are we talking about here? The fingers. What? Of all creation, I have chosen you, and upon you my seal is placed. You are the chosen instrument of my hand, and I appoint you to be the builder of my temple. You shall raise its pillars and tile its floor. You shall ornament it with metals and with jewels, and you shall be the master of my workmen. In your hands I place the plans, and here on the tracing board of living substance. Oh, here we go. This is Solomon's temple. I have impressed the plan you are to follow, tracing its every letter and angle in the fiery lines of my moving finger. Oh, okay. This is Hiram Abiff. Hiram Abiff, chosen builder of your father's house, up and to your work. And yes, this is a Jewish man. Yonder are the fleecy clouds, the gray mist of dawn, the gleams of heavenly light, and the darkness of the sleep of creation. From these shall you build, without the sound of hammer or the voice of workmen, the temple of your God, eternal in the heavens. The swirling, ceaseless motion of negation you shall chain to grind your stones. Among these spirits of not being shall you slack your lime, and lay your footings. For I have watched you through the years of your youth. I have guided you through the days of your manhood. I have weighed you in the balance, and you have not been found wanting. Therefore, to you give I the glory of work, and here ordain you as the builder of my house. Unto you I give the word of the master builder. Unto you I give the tools of the craft. Unto you I give the power that has been vested in me. Interesting. Be faithful unto these things. Bring them back when you have finished, and I will give you the name known to God alone. So mote it be. Wow. That's it's a powerful encounter if it happened. Yeah, this could be something etheric, right? Something in another realm that a vision, a download, a divine encounter. The great light died out of the heavens. The streaming fingers of living light vanished in the misty, lonely twilight, and again covered not being with its sable mantle. Hiram Abiff again stood alone, gazing out into the endless ocean of oblivion. Nothing but swirling, seething matter as far as eye could see. Then he straightened his shoulders, and taking the trestle board in his hands, this is the Masonic tracing board, and clasping to his heart the glowing word of the master, walked slowly away and was swallowed up in the mist of primordial dawn. Make a song of that, Subliminal. I don't know. Some AI slop. Oh, that'd be interesting to see what they give you. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Slop. I guess it could be taken in a bad way. Kind of just what AI spits out, right? I use AI. Not for everything, but not for the actual Grey Pilled intro, the one with the guitar in it. That's real. That's actually real. That's my little brother. How may man measure timeless eternity? Ages passed, and the lonely builder labored with his plan with only love and humility in his heart, his hand molding the darkness which he blessed while his eyes were raised above where the great light has shone down from heaven. In the divine solitude he labored, with no voice to cheer, no spirit to condemn, alone in the boundless, all with the great chill of the morning mist upon his brow. But his heart still warm with the light of the master's word. It seemed a hopeless task. No single pair of hands could mold that darkness. No single heart, no matter how true, could be great enough to project pulsing cosmic love into the cold mist of oblivion. Though the darkness settled ever closer about him and the misty fingers of negation twined around his being, still with divine trust the builder labored. With divine hope he laid his footings, and from the boundless clay he made the molds to cast his sacred ornaments. Slowly the building grew, and dim forms molded by the master's hand took shape about him. 3 huge soulless creatures had the master fashioned. So what's he building, a golem? Seriously, what are we talking about here? They were 3 builders he had blessed, and now in stately, it's probably just it's not physical, it's esoteric. And now in the stately file they pass before him. It's probably it's him molding these 3 men into initiates, right? Into builders, masons. They were 3 builders he had blessed. Yeah, see. And now in stately file they pass before him. And Hiram held out his arms to his creation, saying, "Brothers, I have built you for your works. I have formed you to labor with me in the building of the master's house. You are the children of my being. I have labored with you. Now labor with me for the glory of our God." But the specters laughed. Oh. Is he doing something in the metaphysical? Is he doing some kind of, is he like invoking people? Because people say, what? Solomon, got these demons to build his temple by using, his hexagram or whatever. It could, like I said, could just be esoteric. Could be referring to the people building it as demons, right? The specters laughed, turning upon their maker and striking him with his own tools, given to him by God out of heaven. They left their Grand Master dying in the midst of his labors, broken and crushed by the threefold powers of cosmic night. Okay, so this goes into one of, I think, the beginning initiations of Freemasonry. I'm pretty sure is the the death of Hiram Abiff by the three initiates. As he lay bleeding at the feet of his handiwork, the martyred builder raised his eyes to the seething clouds, and his face was sweet with divine love and cosmic understanding as he prayed unto the master who had sent him forth. O master of workmen, great architect of the universe, my labors are not finished. Why must they always remain undone? I have not completed the thing for which thou hast sent me unto being. For my very creations have turned against me, and the tools thou gavest me have destroyed me. The children that I formed in love in their ignorance have murdered me. Here, Father, is the word thou gavest me, now read with my own blood. Damn. O Master, I return it to thee, for I have kept it sacred in my heart. Here are the tools, the tracing board, and the vessels I have wrought. Around me stand the ruins of my temple, which I must leave. Unto thee, O God, the divine knower of all things, I return them all, realizing that in thy good time lies the fulfillment of all things. Thou, O God, knowest our downsitting and our uprising, and thou understandest our thoughts afar off. In thy name, Father, I have labored, and in thy cause I die, a faithful builder. Wow. Talk about loyalty. The master fell back, his upturned face sweet in the last response of death, and the light rays no longer pouring from him. The gray clouds gathered closer, as though to form a winding sheet around the body of their murdered master. Suddenly the heavens opened again, and a shaft of light bathed the form of Hiram in a glory celestial. Again the voice spoke from the heavens, where the great king sat upon the clouds of creation. He is not dead, he is asleep. Who will awaken him? His labors are not done, and in death he guards the sacred relics more closely than ever. For the word and the tracing board are his. I have given them to him, but he must remain asleep until these three who have slain him shall bring him back to life. For every wrong must be righted, and the slayers of my house, the destroyers of my temple, must labor in the place of their builder until they raise their master from the dead. The three murderers fell on their knees and raised their hands to heaven as though to ward off the light which had disclosed their crime. O God, great is our sin, for we have slain our grandmaster Hiram Abiff. Just is thy punishment, and as we have slain him, we now dedicate our lives to his resurrection. Y'all seeing some themes and motifs here, guys? The first was our human weakness. The second, our sacred duty. Check and see what y'all are saying. What's up, Corey? Good morning. Esoteric, no book review. Yeah. Don't know how much of that, I believe to be true, Apple Eater, but you're right. Yeah. No, it's used. I mean, it's used, in a lot of modern day culture and symbols, and I mean, it's a very ancient symbol. And the intention behind the use of it obviously can do great things. But let's see, where were we? Be it so, answered the voice from heaven. The great light vanished, and the clouds of darkness and mist concealed the body of the murdered master. It was swallowed up in the swirling darkness, which left no mark, no gravestone to mark the place where the builder had lain. O God, cried the three murderers, where shall we find our master now? A hand reached down again from the great unseen, and a tiny lamp was handed them, whose oil flame burned silently and clearly in the darkness. By this light shall ye seek him whom ye have slain. Okay, The three forms. Okay, so tiny lamp was handed them. That's very. I'm seeing some more themes here that we saw in what's the book? Initiates of the Flame. Talks about the incense and the oil, the sword, the staff, all that stuff. The altar. The three forms surrounded the light and bowed in prayer and thanksgiving for this solitary gleam, which was to light the darkness of their way. From somewhere above in the regions of not being, the great voice spoke, a thundering voice that filled chaos with its sound. He cometh forth as a flower and is cut down. I'm not going to do that. That's too much. He fleeth also as a shadow and continueth not. As the waters fail from the sea and the flood decayeth and drieth up, so man lieth down and riseth not again. Yet have I compassion upon the children of my creation. I administer unto them in time of trouble and save them with an everlasting salvation. Seek ye where the broken twig lies and the dead stick molds away, where the clouds float together and the stones rest by the hillside, for all these mark the grave of Hiram, who has carried my will with him to the tomb. Oh, I get it. Okay, sorry guys. Is this too small? Do I need to make this bigger for anybody? The writing, that is. All right, here we go. Don't know where I was. This eternal quest is yours until ye have found your builder, until the cup giveth up its secret, until the grave giveth up its ghost. No more shall I speak until ye have found and raised my beloved Son, and have listened to the words of my messenger, and with him as your guide have finished the temple which I shall then inhabit. Amen. Wow. So, yeah. Do people like consider Hiram? I guess do Masons consider Hiram Abiff like a dying and rising god, like a sun god? And what's the name of the deity speaking to them? Is it Jehovah? Or Yadhe, Vadhe, or whatever it is, the or Jove, or there's tons of names for a certain deity. Let's see. Here goes that the three ruffians: thought, desire, action. So they have tools in their hand. I guess I am going the whole episode, going it alone. Wow. They say John Bonet, Ramsey death was a Hiram Abiff ritual. The hit on the head and the arms raised, grand hailing sign of distress or sign of sorrow, asked to be raised like Lazarus. Wow, okay. The big guy is who? I don't know, man. It just kind of went right into the story of, the death of Hiram Abiff. It didn't really give, I guess we probably should have, read the introduction to the book, but all right. So I guess these three murderers, perverted thought, uncurbed emotions, and destructive actions, stay the spirit of life in man and bring down the temple of creation and ruins about their own heads. In the ancient mysteries, woman symbolized the emotional nature of man, typifying emotional excess as one of the slayers of universal energy. Oh, fuck off. Who's calling me? Dude. People choose to call me Saturday mornings. I don't know. It's like, dude, please don't call me. I don't know why you'd be calling me at 10 o'clock in the fucking morning anyway. Sorry, not mad. Just, it's a little frustrating. I'm here by myself, This is the first. It's a first for me. All right. We'll keep reading this. I guess it's talking about the dude. I swear, if someone shows up at my fucking house, like one of my friends or something, without, it's not gonna be good. All right. So symbolically, the three murderers, the three ruffians, represent thought, desire, and action. Perverted thought, uncurbed emotions, and destructive actions. It's only 10 o'clock, guys. Stay with me. Stay the spirit of life in man and bring down the temple of creation and ruins about. So it's saying that because when it refers to the temple in man, right, where our temples, where right here, right, where you usually see horns protruded out, which are just divine horns. They don't represent evil. They could. It depends on if it's a composite creature or what. Usually the animal nature of the bottom half of the body represents the lower nature. And then the top half is usually a man, or and the bottom has the tail, top has the horns. Horns point up to the divine. And as well as here, let's keep reading this. Temple of creation. So it's saying that perverted thought, uncurbed emotions, and destructive actions, when unchecked, I guess, can bring down the temple of creation and ruins about their own head. So it could bring down it could ruin, I guess, talking about your mental state, right? Could do some damage. I just heard a door slam. Swear to God, guys. No. Y'all give me 2 seconds, please. Making sure there's not a leak in my yard. Every time it rains, there's this place that puddles up, but I think it's because there's certain gutters that go into the ground, and there's water coming up from the ground because it has to come up somewhere. So I don't know. I'll probably have to dig a fucking French drain or something, which I know how to do. You could do it by myself. I'm not going to, but fuck. I'll fuck with that tomorrow. I don't have any shows tomorrow. Nobody's booked with us, or no one's booked a show. I don't have any upcoming shows. I don't think so. Patreon is really all you guys are going to get right now. Unless we start getting a lot more people, I don't know, more people book with me. I can really only do stuff on the weekends. So folks are busy, and a lot of people that podcast do it during the week. So you know where to find me. The gray dawn still lay asleep in the arms of darkness. Out through the great mystery of not being, all was silence, unknowable. Through the misty dawn, like strange phantoms of a dream, 3 figures wandered over the great unknown, carrying in their hands a tiny light, the lamp given to them by their builder's father. You guys know what lamp. I wear it on my hat all the time. Over stick and stone and cloud and star they wandered, eternally in search of a silent grave, stopping again and again to explore the depths of some mystic recess, praying for liberation from their endless search, yet bound by their vows to raise the builder they had slain, whose grave was marked by the broken twig, and whose body was lain away in the white winding sheet of death somewhere over the brow of the eternal hill. So we haven't even made it to chapter 1. That's great. Well, dude, book it. The book. You can get your own episode stacks. You got a book on Calendly, but because I can't keep up with it. You have my number, right? I was gonna say, unless you text me, and we keep up with it that way. Nice white man. Good morning. I think I know who that is. All right. So, temple builders. You are the temple builders of the future. With your hands must be raised the domes and spires of a coming civilization. Upon the foundation you have laid, tomorrow shall build a far more noble edifice. Builders of the temple of character, wherein should dwell an enlightened spirit, truers of the rock of relationship, molders of those vessels created to contain the oil of life, up and to the task appointed. Never before in the history of men have you had the opportunity that now confronts you. The world waits for the illuminated one who shall come from between the pillars of the portico. Humility, hoodwinked and bound, seeks entrance to the temple of wisdom. Fling wide the gate and let the worthy enter. Fling wide the gate and let the light that is the life of men shine forth. Hasten to complete the dwelling of the Lord, and the Spirit of God may come and dwell among his people, sanctified and ordained according to his law. How is it? I'm going to read a little bit into chapter 1. We're going to do the Prose Edda, but I'm going to cut a couple of the. We'll probably cut Twitter and Rumble or YouTube. I don't know. If you guys go over to StreamYard. I slept in and feel awful. What do you mean you slept in? Did I put you back to sleep? Yeah, no, that's what I was going to tell Subliminal. I was going to tell him, dude, need to get some of the words from this book and make a song. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Xerox, I haven't slept in some time, dude. Some Sundays I'll sleep in, but hey guys, hold on. All right, yeah, we'll do chapter 1, and then I guess we can. Well, I'm pretty sure he was Jewish too, so it's just like Jewish infighting. That's what a lot of the Bible is, I think. They are, I think, the God that is connecting with Hiram, I think is, I think it's Yahweh. I don't know. They haven't named him yet. But usually, I mean, they probably, I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're, Jews in this century, I mean, in the century in which Solomon's temple was built, right? Yeah. See, there you go. Then there, yeah, probably praying to Yahweh. Or that at that time it was probably just the Yad He Vad He, right? The 4 letters. Because they weren't allowed to say the name. All right, but we'll get into chapter 1. We probably won't finish it because I do want to. We have a show with 2 guys on the Patreon. I had the Paranoid American coming on. We are doing Sword in the Stone. We're probably going to stream the first 30-45 minutes to Rumble and X, and then we will cut it like we did the other night and go straight to the StreamYard link. And I think the Paranoid American Patreon audience will be there with y'all. So get to make some friends. Maybe, y'all go sign up for his Patreon. We'll have some new people sign up for our Patreon. Who knows? But if you want, to see the most of what we're doing on this show, you're going to have to sign up for the Patreon. That's just how it is now. I'm sorry. For the last 2 years, I've put out a shitload of content. I've had almost over a half dozen different shows, all different types of, deep dives and guests and fucking anniversary shows and Sunday night fucking chaos streams and this and that. Yeah, that's where, it's not happening right now. Not anymore. I'm sure that'll pick back up, if we get, like I said, just have a lot more people, had a lot more people supporting the show. The more support we get, the more we can stream. And then, do, or like I said, if people want to book with me, that would, there's a period there where I had a steady, but if you've noticed lately, it's episode, the last Gray Pilled episode, I guess was, I don't know, was Zerlath? I think. I don't know. All right. Let's read chapter 1. Where'd it go? Where the fuck? Did I scroll too far up? Too far down? No, I scrolled too far down. I was seeing how long the chapter was. All right, chapter 1, the Eternal Quest. The average Mason, as well as the modern student of Masonic ideals, little realizes the cosmic obligation he takes upon himself when he begins his search for the sacred truths of nature as they are concealed in the ancient and modern rituals. He must not lightly regard his vows, and if he would not bring upon himself years and ages of suffering, he must cease to consider Freemasonry solely as a social order, only a few centuries old. He must realize that the ancient mystic teachings, as perpetuated in the modern rites, are sacred, and that powers unseen and unrecognized mold the destiny of those who consciously and of their own free will take upon themselves the obligations of the fraternity. And no, I'm not a Mason. You guys know I would definitely probably, I would tell y'all if I was, I'd be talking all about it. I would have been killed by now. Like, you guys know how, I mean, I've been very transparent on the show since day one. If you know me, you know a whole lot about me. So, Freemasonry is not a material thing. It is a science of the soul. It is not a creed or doctrine, but a universal expression of the divine wisdom. The coming together of medieval guilds, tyranny, here we go, or even the building of Solomon's temple, as it is understood today, has little, if anything, to do with the true origin of Freemasonry. For Masonry does not deal with personalities. In its highest sense, it is neither historical nor archaeological, but is a divine symbolic language perpetuating under certain concrete symbols the sacred mysteries of the ancients. Only those who see in it a cosmic study, a life work, a divine inspiration to better thinking, better feeling, and better living, with the spiritual attainment of enlightenment as the end, and with the daily life of the true Mason as the means, have gained even the slightest insight into the true mysteries of the ancient rites. The age of the Masonic school is not to be calculated by hundreds or even thousands of years, for it never had any origin in the worlds of form. The world as we see it is merely an experimental laboratory. Wow. In which man is laboring to build and express greater and more perfect vehicles. That's not the case so much anymore, is it, guys? How humanity has fallen. Fuck. People talk about like fallen spirits or whatever. Like we are, we're starting to fall from what we once were. You see it every day in culture and in society. It's try to stay gray pilled, right? Don't want to black pill too much. But the world as we see it is merely an experimental laboratory in which man is laboring to build and express greater and more perfect vehicles. Into this laboratory pour myriads of rays descending from the cosmic hierarchies. These mighty globes and orbs, which focus their energies upon mankind and mold its destiny, do so in an orderly manner, each in its own way and place. And it is the working of these mystic hierarchies in the universe which forms the pattern around which the Masonic school has been built. For the true lodge of the Mason is the universe. Wow. The true lodge of the Mason is the universe. Freed of limitations of creed and sect, he stands a master of all faiths. And those who take up the study of Freemasonry without realizing the depth, the beauty, and the spiritual power of its philosophy can never gain anything of permanence from their studies. Wow. That probably means that most people who join Freemasonry just goes over their head, right? I guess it depends on what lodge you join. I know we can ask Thomas. The age of the mystery schools can be traced by the student back to the dawn of time, ages and aeons ago, when the temple of the solar man was in the making. That was the first temple of the king, and therein were given and laid down the true mysteries of the ancient lodge. And it was the gods of creation and the spirits of the dawn who first tiled the master's lodge. The initiated brother realizes that his so-called symbols and rituals are merely blinds fabricated by the wise to perpetuate ideas incomprehensible to the average individual. Yes, I 100% agree with that. Most people, it's like 95% of people do not know what symbols mean. They have not done their research. You could say they're ignorant. That's something that we're against on this show is being ignorant, right? Staying in darkness or whatever. He also realizes that few Masons of today know or appreciate the mystic meaning concealed within these rituals. There we go. With religious faith, we perpetuate the form, worshiping it instead of the life. But those who have not recognized the truth in the crystallized ritual, those who have not liberated the spiritual germ from the shell of empty words, are not Masons, regardless of their physical degrees and outward honors. So just because someone wears the, they put on the uniform and they, they go to the lodge and they pay their dues, and it doesn't mean that they're actually, I'm pretty sure most guys just use it as a fraternity of some sort, right? To feel like they're some part of a hierarchy or a high society. I don't know. I haven't seen any lodges here. I've seen one. It's in the country. So country, kind of. In the work we are taking up, it is not the intention to dwell upon the modern concepts of the craft, but to consider Freemasonry as it really is to those who know, a great cosmic organism whose true brothers and children are tied together not by spoken oaths, but by lives so lived that they are capable of seeing through the blank wall and opening the window which is now concealed by the rubbish of materiality. When this is done, and the mysteries of the universe unfold before the aspiring candidate, then in truth he discovers what Freemasonry really is. Its material aspects interest him no longer, for he has unmasked the mystery school which he is capable of recognizing only when he himself has spiritually become a member of it. Not physically become a member, spiritually become a member. That's what I said early on in Grey Pill. You don't have to join some secret society to become an adept or an initiate of the mysteries, if you choose that path. Those who have examined and studied its ancient lore have no doubt that Freemasonry, like the universe itself, which is the greatest of all schools, deals with the unfolding of a threefold principle. For all the universe is governed by the same three kings who are called the builders of the Masonic temple. They are not personalities, but principles. Great intelligent energies and powers which in God, man, and the universe have charge of the molding of cosmic substance into the habitation of the living king. The temple built through the ages, first of unconscious and then conscious effort on the part of every individual who is expressing in his daily life the creative principles of these three kings. I'm trying to see where we can have a stopping point. This is a long fucking chapter. Oh, dude. Gerald Hall. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I heard that there's a lot there. Well. Mr. Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
How's it going, man? Good to see you.
It's good. It's I got held up in traffic.
I get it. No, dude. It's fine, dude.
How's it been going so far?
We are reading what is it? the Lost Keys of Freemasonry.
Nice.
It's going good.
nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to. It's basically talking about how most people who are in. Was someone in there spamming the chat, JC? Well, it's basically it's saying how most people who become Masons or they join a lodge or whatever, they don't even know, or a lot of them aren't familiar with the ancient rituals and or the symbols and all the things that are hidden, and they don't really choose to. It's basically just like he's saying it's like a social club for a lot of people, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like it's the middle class golf club or something, you know?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, basically. Yeah. And he so I was talking about true Freemasonry and how it is about a spiritual it's about a spiritual initiation, not so much as a physical one, right? And really all the rites and rituals that they do in the lodge, that is the exoteric. That's not even like the esoteric part of Freemasonry, which when you read these books and you learn about a lot of what they talk about, you kind of see that, you know, and because we have read since the beginning of this show, a lot of these books that Hall has written regarding certain degrees of Freemasonry and different mystery schools, different levels of initiation. And so where I was seeing where the chapter ended. And I'll let you read here in a minute if you want.
sure.
I'm going to read this. The initiated brother realizes that his so-called symbols and rituals are merely blinds fabricated by the wise to perpetuate ideas incomprehensible to the average individual. He also realizes that few Masons of today know or appreciate the mystic meaning concealed within these rituals. With religious faith, we perpetuate the form, worshiping it instead of the life. I already read this, I think. Where do we leave off, guys? Okay, here we go. The true brother of the ancient craft realized that the completion of the temple he was...
Go off, app leader. Yes, go off.
The completion of the temple he was building to the king of the universe was a duty, or rather a privilege, which he owed to his God, to his brother, and to himself. He knew that certain steps must be taken, and that his temple must be built according to the plan. Today, it seems that the plan is lost. However, for in the majority of cases, Freemasonry is no longer an operative art, but is merely a speculative idea, until each brother, reading the mystery of his symbols and pondering over the beautiful allegories unfolded in his ritual, realizes that he himself contains the keys in the plan so long lost to his craft, and that if he would ever learn Freemasonry, he must unlock its doors with the key wrought from the base metals of his own being. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. The whole
Alchemy.
Yes, there you go, right there. The spiritual alchemy talked about, and this is, you know, I mean, I guess you would call that some sort of a ritual in a way, right? Transmuting dark energy into light, or like this says, unlocking with a key wrought from the base metals of their own being. I like that.
Lead into gold.
Yeah. It's like what you refine your soul, right? Your spirit.
Right.
You want to pick up right here?
True. Sure. True Freemasonry is esoteric. It is not a thing of this world. All that we have here is a link, a doorway, through which the student may pass into the unknown. Freemasonry has nothing to do with things of form, save that it realizes form is molded by and manifests the life it contains. Consequently, the student is seeking to so mold his life that the form will glorify the God whose temple he is slowly building as he awakens one by one the workmen within himself and directs them to carry out the plan that he has been given him out of heaven.
Apple eater. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And your husband is on his own path, and if he's comfortable with what he's learned, yeah, then he's reached, the level that he wants to reach, So it's cool though. I didn't know that. But yeah, go off. Oh, Rat has started his own secret moon cult. What? Wait.
Oh yeah.
What's
I started
going on here?
I started a moon cult with my with a buddy of mine over at my job. We started a quarter moon cult.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know how some people worship the full moon or the new moon. We worship the quarter moon. We recognize the power of the in between states, and
All right.
we don't think werewolves are good. And also, we don't think werewolves are good. No.
Yeah, we kind of I don't know. I'd say that werewolves probably aren't good. When did you start this? When did you start this moon cult?
I want to say maybe 2 months ago or so.
Okay.
Maybe it's been a little longer. Yeah.
Guys, Rat.
It's been a minute. We decided we needed to start a cult, and
You decided to become the
Moon.
high priest of a lunar cult. That's
yeah.
I get
So
it.
we do
Well,
to say hi. We do that.
the
the
Wolf
quarter moon.
Bitches of Tennessee.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are any werewolves up there, dude. Dogmen.
I don't know, man. It's the Appalachia, so it
That's where
fucking
you hear the
most likely.
stories of that. Yeah. It's either. I mean, I think we both know that creatures like that have been talked about. It's both kind of seen as something that's physical and spiritual, right?
Yeah.
The wolf representing, in some cultures, the warrior spirit and all that. But no, it's definitely there's something to that, especially when they portray it in pop culture and everything. It's
Right.
I think there's more truth there than most people want to give
Well,
credit.
there's such a thing called lunar madness, and it's actually centered around women a lot. It's really comes down to women get their periods and go mad once a moon.
It happens. Yeah.
And
Sure.
I'm not sure how the werewolf came about, but I can imagine it's something similar, and we even have the folklore today where it's something weird happened. Oh, it must be the full moon,
Yeah.
Oh, so he's upset. It must be the full moon. There's this thing, and I don't know. I could see where the myth would have started that naturally, and also it could just be that there are fucking werewolves out there, and in the full moon they turn into fucking monsters that eat cattle and murder people on the road or something. I'm not sure. Maybe there are werewolves out there. I'm not saying there isn't werewolves.
Exactly. No, we're not discrediting it. I mean that's one thing. That's one thing here in here where I live. One of the most seen cryptids is that North Mississippi werewolf, or the Taylor Dogman, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who have seen this thing, and so it's not. And then one of them was a kid. He was like, I'm pretty sure him and his brother saw it out in the woods. I may go hunting for it. Who knows? Hunting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're definitely going to be going camping out in the national park about an hour from here, and I'm going to try and live stream that. I think it'd be cool. But,
These days you can't. These days you can't really look up werewolf stories online or anything.
right. Well, and then the wolf. Fuck me. The wolf archetype, I think, also has been kind of hijacked in this way to portray what you would call a werewolf or a lycanthrope, right? Because when people think of the wolf, they think of just this, they don't think of some of the ancient characteristics of it, like bravery and courage and unity, right? They kind of think of just treachery and this, and like, I don't know, it's that's what you see portrayed. So
Yeah. I'm thinking about like the symbol of the wolf and like what the common associations we have with wolves. We always think of them as like they're pack animals. They're very intelligent. They're related to, but not quite, our friends. Right.
Right. Yeah, dude.
And there's like this association or like this romanticization of the lone wolf, which is like it's like you're going against the pack. It's not a good thing, but wow, what a maverick.
Well, and you have a lot of, people want to consider themselves sheep or something. It's like, well, hey, sometimes you need.
We have the
wolf.
fucking language. We have the fucking language still today. Like the alpha. Are you an alpha or are you a beta? Are you an alpha or are you a fucking sigma loser?
Well, sometimes you need, you need a wolf to protect sheep from other wolves. So that's all I'm saying. I could be that wolf.
Anyway. So far as it is possible to discover, ancient Freemasonry and the beautiful cosmic allegories that it teaches, perpetuated through hundreds of lodges and ancient mysteries, forms the oldest of the mystery schools. And its preservation through the ages has not depended upon itself as an exoteric body of partly evolved individuals, but upon a concealed brotherhood, the esoteric side of Freemasonry. All the great mystery schools have hierarchies upon the spiritual planes of nature, which are expressing themselves in this world through creeds and organizations. The true student seeks to lift himself from the exoteric body upward spiritually until he joins the esoteric group, which, without a lodge on the physical plane of nature, is far greater than all the lodges of which it is the central fire. Spiritual instructors of humanity are forced to labor in the concrete world with things comprehensible to the concrete mind. And there man begins to comprehend the meaning of the allegories and symbols which surround his exoteric work as soon as he prepares himself to receive them. The true Mason realizes that the work of the mystery schools in the world is of an inclusive rather than an exclusive nature, and that the only lodge which is broad enough to express his ideals is one whose dome is the heavens, whose pillars are the corners of creation, whose checkerboard floor is composed of the crossing currents of human emotion, and whose altar is the human heart. Creeds cannot bind the true seeker for truth. Realizing the unity of all truth, the Mason also realizes that the hierarchies laboring with him have given him in his varying degrees the mystic spiritual rituals of all the mystery schools in the world, And if he would fill his place in the plan, he must not enter the sacred study for what he can get out of it, but that he may learn how to serve.
Nice.
The highest ideal is serving others.
Mm-hmm. And it's also aligned with the right-hand path, service to others, not to self. Hey, thank you, Tyranny, for gifting another what's that? Another membership.
Nice.
Another 5. So yeah, we're about $3 away from the daily goal, guys. We do have a show at 2:00 for everyone who got the email. We're having Occult Cinema episode 2 with Paranoid American, Sword in the Stone. So, Rat, I think we may. Let's see. Freemasonry is concealed the mystery. Okay, we may leave off here. I think this may be a good place to stop. We do
All
have
right, we're
to the
we've
Edda.
got about we've got one more page
Okay, well, let's finish it then. Let's.
or 2 more pages, I guess, until chapter 2. Yeah, chapter 2 starts at page 29.
Well, I mean, if you want to read it and finish it, we can. Where were we?
In Freemasonry is concealed the mystery of creation.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and continue reading it, you can.
Sure.
We can finish it, and then, guys, we're gonna cut a couple of the streams. If everyone wants to go to the StreamYard link, you can. We'll be starting the Prose Edda over there. Be doing that for about an hour without many interruptions or anything. We're going to be just reading it. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In Freemasonry is concealed the mystery of creation. The answer to the problem of existence and the path the student must tread in order to join those who are really the living powers behind the thrones of modern national and international affairs. The true student realizes most of all that the taking of degrees does not make a man a Mason. A Mason is not appointed. He is evolved, and he must realize that the position he holds in the Esoteric Lodge means nothing compared to his position in the spiritual lodge of life. He must forever discard the idea that he can be told or instructed in the sacred mysteries, or that his being a member of an organization improves him in any way. He must realize that his duty is to build and evolve the sacred teachings in his own being, that nothing but his own purified being can unlock the door to the sealed libraries of human consciousness, and that his Masonic rites must eternally be speculative until he makes them operative by living the life of the mystic Mason. His karmic responsibilities increase with his opportunities. Those who are surrounded with knowledge and opportunity for self-improvement and make nothing of these opportunities are the lazy workmen who will be spiritually, if not physically, cast out of the temple of the king. The Masonic order is not a mere social organization, but is composed of all those who have banded themselves together to learn and apply the principles of mysticism and the occult rites. They are, or should be, philosophers, sages, and sober-minded individuals who have dedicated themselves upon the Masonic and vowed by all they hold dear that the world shall be better, wiser, and happier because they have lived. Those who enter these mystic rites and pass between the pillars seeking either prestige or commercial advantage are blasphemers, and while in this world we may count them as successful, they are the cosmic failures who have barred themselves out from the true right, whose keynote is unselfishness, and whose workers have renounced the things of earth. Next page. In ancient times, many years of preparation were required before the neophyte was permitted to enter the Temple of the Mysteries. In this way, the shallow, the curious, the faint of heart, and those unable to withstand the temptations of life were automatically eliminated by their inability to meet the requirements for admission. The successful candidate who did pass between the pillars entered the temple, keenly realizing his sublime opportunity, his divine obligation, and the mystic privilege which he had earned for himself through years of special preparation. Only those who are truly Masons, who enter their temple in reverence, who seek not the ephemeral things of life, but the treasures which are eternal, whose sole desire is to know the true mystery of the craft, that they may join as honest workmen those who have gone before as the builders of the universal temple. Masonic ritual is not a ceremony, but a life to be lived. We've heard that before. Those alone are truly Masons who, dedicating their lives and their fortunes upon the altar of the living flame, undertake the construction of the one universal building of which they are the workmen and their God, the living architect. When we have Masons like this, the craft will again be operative. The flaming triangle will shine forth with greater luster. The dead builder will rise from his tomb, and the lost world so long concealed from the profane will blaze forth again with the power that makes all things new. In the pages that follow have been set down a number of thoughts for the study and consideration of temple builders, craftsmen, and artisans alike. No, we're getting to that. We're getting to
Harold Hall.
that. It's in the next chapter. They're the keys, which, if only read, will leave the student still in ignorance, but if lived, will change the speculative masonry of today into the operative masonry of tomorrow, when each builder, realizing his own place, will see things which he never saw before, not because they were not there, but because he was blind. And there are none so blind as those who will not see.
And
Thoughtlessness.
in the land of the blind, one-eyed man is king.
Thoughtlessness. This is just real quick.
Yeah, no, here.
The noblest.
There you go.
Hmm?
There you go. I got it.
All right. So, did you need to say something?
No, you're good.
The noblest tool of the Mason is his mind, but its value is measured by the use made of it. Thoughtful in all things, the aspiring candidate to divine wisdom attains reality in sincere desire, in meditation, and in silence. Let the keynote of the craft and of the ritual be written in blazing letters. Think of me. What is the meaning of this mystic maze of symbols, rites, and rituals? Think! What does life mean? With the crisscrossings of human relationship, the endless pageantry of qualities masquerading in a carnival of fools? Think! What is the plan behind it all, and who the planner? Where dwells the great architect, and what is the tracing board upon which he designs? Think! What is the human soul? And why the endless yearning to ends unknown, along pathways where each must wander unaccompanied? Why mind? Why soul? Why spirit? And in truth, why anything? Think! Is there an answer? If so, where will the truth be found? Think, brothers of the craft, think deeply. For if truth exists, you have it. And if truth be within the reach of living creature, what other goal is worth the struggle?
I like that.
Yeah, man.
Chapter 2 is the candidate. Guys, here we are going to spin the wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel. All right, let's bring this up. The wheel of names. The gods of the morning wood will speak. We already passed that. When you know, dude, it just let's fucking go again.
You didn't share the wheel.
Oh yeah, StreamYard's being a faggot. So you have to. So it used to like share it all like automatically. Now you have to share it. Poetic Edda.
Oh.
It landed on. If you guys can't see.
Oh yeah, of course it landed on Poetic Edda.
Poetic Edda.
Of course it landed, guys. Of course, you just believe it landed on the Poetic Edda, right, everyone?
It did. Look, you just heard.
Yeah, yeah. All right. We didn't. No one heard anything. We didn't hear anything. We didn't see anything. The darkening age.
Okay, so we got. Okay, we'll spin it again since we didn't. You don't believe me on the Poetic Edda.
I'm joking about it. I do believe you.
Do psychic.
Okay.
And Subliminal's book. He'll be here next week, I think.
I'm joking. I do believe you on the Poetic Edda. If you want to
Okay.
do the Poetic Edda, we can do the Poetic Edda.
Poetic Edda. All right.
And Subliminal will be here next week. I told him. I told him.
You know, Darkening Age would be good for a Patreon show to literally just read that book on Patreon. So I know how much criticism I'll get reading it publicly.
Oh yeah. Also, I think it's probably going to be extremely depressing. Also, extremely biased. But
yes,
you know, it's also
maybe a
going to be
good
well
Patreon,
researched.
Thing I can bring Headless on to read
Subliminal
it.
says he doesn't believe you'd spin it again.
You want to spin it one more time?
No. We got it. We got the numbers. We got the books.
I know we do. I'm just seeing what it would land on again. Oh, dude, so
Vedic
close.
mythologies.
So close. Either way. So next week's going to be
That'd have been
fun,
hilarious.
guys.
Yeah.
Psychic self-defense. I know Subliminal is pumped. He's pumped. He knows he is. He'll be here.
I think you got to click it multiple times.
Tyranny, we almost got to the goal. How much are the subscriptions on Rumble? Well, they're $5, right?
I think they're $9.99. Or let me take a look real quick. I could just take a look.
I'm gonna say I should have looked that up.
$6.49.
Oh, okay. Okay. So did we?
Did
We
what?
did. Yeah, dude. We got past the goal, I think.
Oh, no. One sub is $5.
The wrong applause, dude.
One sub is $5.
What kind of applause was that? That StreamYard? Oh God, that's awful. StreamYard provides its own sounds. It's not the best. 649, he said.
That's what he said, but I pressed the button.
Oh, well. Rumble always charges more for it. I'd say they probably take it out of it.
Maybe it's on mobile. Maybe it's $6.49 mobile.
I don't know, but PayPal refused to send me my own like fucking debit card thing. Yeah, we just can't we can't send you one. I'm like, okay, well, something I don't know. I had to just
On mobile,
faggot.
it's $6.49. On the computer, it's only $4.99. What the fuck, Rumble?
Rumble's
That's
on
wild.
sketchy shit, dude.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 2 seconds, guys. We're about to cut a couple of the streams before we go over and start reading the Prose Edda. We're going to stay for a little bit longer today because since Rat got here a little late, so we will be over on the Patreon for about an hour and a half, probably.
Wasn't that late?
It wasn't that late. I know. I'm just saying. I have some excuse.
It was really late. It was really late. I'll stay overtime. It's fine.
You're good, dude. Tyranny, thank you for getting us. We'll just say that we got to the goal today. How about that? I appreciate it, dude. Always. All right, guys. Well, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and bring up the Prose Edda here in a minute. Catch me again at 2:00. I'll be live with the Paranoid American, watching Sword in the Stone, doing episode 2 of Occult Cinema. So we have a pretty cool theme song that I made the other night.
Oh.
Join the Grey Pill Patreon. It's the only way to pay for this song.
Dude, it sounds so good. It sounds exactly like I wanted it to sound. I wanted like a 90s sitcom intro,
Yeah.
but it's not over.
You gonna have like a little cutaways to different characters that have been on your show?
Yes.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Subliminal.
Subliminal loves this, dude.
I'm gonna come.
That was good. That was pretty good. So yeah, y'all tune in later for Occult Cinema. If you're not following me on X, please follow me and like the stream, guys. Be sure to like it and tune in next Saturday for Gods of the Morning Wood. W song. Thank you. Yeah, you give me the inspiration, Subliminal. It's all you, baby. Anyway, all right. Well, X, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
And then your mom, did you get an email from the Patreon? You should be able to go over to the StreamYard. There's a private StreamYard link for everyone who's a Patreon subscriber. Go to your email, go to the Patreon. You'll find the link for this show on a StreamYard link and the one for later, because the one for later it will not be going nearly as long as this show. I decided to let this one go a little longer on the public side before we cut it. Or we cut that. Wow, there's only four people on YouTube. About 30 people on Rumble, I think. Or yeah, 33. Illuminati confirmed. Let's fucking go. All day long. So thanks.
Yeah.
Actually, here, you know what? We're gonna disprove that right now.
Did it disprove it?
Yeah, you want to know how? I got
How?
I'm gonna show. Hey, Gerald Hall. This is something.
I think the only way
another comment on Spotify from some of my rhetoric. So we're gonna show. I'm sure I'll post this on X soon enough. But
did they claim you were Jewish because you're
skin check?
You might
or not skin check. What is it?
Background check.
Hold on, let me which one is it, dude? Yeah, background check. So
Background check. Foreskin check. That's not fair. Us Americans have been given a raw deal. European, British, and Irish. Yeah, we know who the Jews are nowadays, huh?
So you see that 99.1 European, right? So let's see. Let's go to the next one.
One drop rule, Jules. You know the one drop rule.
Let me show you.
Not a single drop of Jewish blood is the only way you're clean from it. What's that 0.9%?
North American, dude. Choctaw.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
Look at
so
that.
then your mom, hold on, that's not the part that we're going to show you. This is also, oh, that's not
Not
detected.
detected.
No
Nice.
Sephardic or but let's see. There's also another. I think there's another. Oh, 0% Ashkenazi. So I sent one into to Ancestry too. We'll see what they say. I'm sure it'll say the same. But there's a couple people who do actually think that I am Jewish, who can suck a dick, dude. Suck a fucking dick and die. Yeah, so anyway. Thanks. Yeah, I'm cleared now. I'm good. No, it's Photoshop. He photoshopped that. Hey, I need to see it all together. Send me your phone. Fucking North. Hey, no, it says Native American. If you go into it, I can pull up the app. I think we can do that one show and look at. I do want to go and look where I have like Phrygian ancestors, apparently. So I'd like to look into that.
I'm gonna need you to come back next time wearing a feather cap and doing a rain dance, please.
Well, dude, I don't know. I just like I said, my grandfather was adopted. I don't even know where his family like. It wouldn't surprise me if his like real family was like in the Reich or something. Like it would, and they died during or after World War II or during the war, and he got adopted. That happened quite a lot around post World War II, and like I'm pretty sure like Jews adopted a lot of Gentile children and raised them as Jewish, and then they would they'd marry a Jewish woman, and then their kids would be Jewish, right? And that's one way to eliminate a people's race. I mean, hey, and so
no, that's how that's how my family. That's what happened to my family. Literally, what happened to my family. My great grandmother was adopted by a Jew.
No shit.
Jewish people. Yeah. And so everyone thought we were Jewish for the long time, but actually it was DNA testing that proved that she was not at all Jewish, and she was
what happened
adopted
with my mom, because I was like, okay, it says this on mine, but what if it says my mom's Jewish, and my mom's like hers? It says the same, the Germanic, all this stuff, and it's 0%. I was like, holy shit, because my grandmother. I find it funny that they adopted him and probably wanted him. They wanted my grandfather to marry a Jewish woman so bad. So when he married my grandmother, who was raised Southern Baptist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She converted, but that I don't think his parents liked that. And then my mom married my dad, who is Church of Christ, total like, Gentile, total Anglo, blonde hair, blue eyes, like my dad, like growing up, so yeah, then you had me, I don't know if y'all seen, I posted a picture of me as a kid on X. The blonde,
the twirls.
There you go. I had the curls and I had the had all that on. No, but I look like I should have been on in the German countryside. You know what I mean? And like little trousers and doing little hop skips and everything. Like it's quite. It's so. Anyway, we're not going to get into all that, guys. We're about to read the Prose Edda. Let's see. We got YouTube up. YouTube. I love you guys. You got 7 people. Oh, wait a minute. We got 1 person on StreamYard. Just 1.
Oh, hey, what's up, StreamYard person?
Do y'all like the StreamYard link, or y'all are all on the Rumble? All right, guys. Like I can't just
Show your HIV results. Subliminal. How many times do I have to tell you? It's gonna show positive. No, I looked up my ancestry back in the day.
Yeah. So it was at first there was a couple people, I think they may have been fans of Dustin Nemos, that attacked me, like on that episode that I was on, that I had him on like over a year and a half ago. I brought up that my grandfather was adopted, and people are like, you sure talk about that a lot. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking dickhead, because people like you in another year are going to be fucking trying to, you know, what's it called, Jew jacket me or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because of what I talk about, and obviously we see now, you know.
For as long as I've been critical, I've never been called a Jew. I have been called a fag, but that's true. So I've never denied that.
Oh, I love you, man. Oh,
yeah, I'm trying to
look, I've been
undermine
called a
stuff.
fag
Like
as
on the
well.
yeah.
Handsome faggot and all that, you know. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah, let's see. All right, guys, we'll keep y'all on here for a minute while we read the Prose Edda, and then we'll get y'all out of here. But I need people to get over to the StreamYard. Need that ASAP. Okay. All right. Oh my God, I have way too much shit pulled up. Okay, Eddas and sagas. There we go. All right. So here we go. American Scandinavian Foundation. Some book in Utah. I guess that's what copy it is. This is Snorri's Prose Edda. If I can get to the fucking... Is it just a bunch of blank pages? There we go. Oh, fuck. See, I have to remember. I don't know when they changed that.
I don't know, but I joined in the StreamYard, and there was this opening screen at the start of the StreamYard that said, you were invited by Jules. I'd never seen it before.
Why is my dog barking? Fuck. All right. Prose Edda. Snorri Sturluson. 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 Name. Sturluson.
Snorri Sturluson.
I think his granddaughter is like super woke. So she was trying to.
A lot of people who are into like a lot of Norse people who are into Norse pagan shit are actually extremely woke.
More of like the neo pagan, you know.
Yeah.
I'd say. I mean, I don't know. I think. I don't
There
know.
we go.
All the
It's
people I've
pronounced
met
Jewish.
are more folkish, but you know, that's people I've met. So
it's just fucking make up words, don't they?
what?
No, the Scandinavians, it's like random assortment of letters, and they're like, this is the word.
I think it comes from somewhere.
Look at that. Heimskirgud. Heimskringla.
It's something.
Or
that
History of the Kings of
people want to
Norway.
talk about
Okay.
Is etymology. Because I think there is something that each culture has in common when it comes to how it spells certain words and like the pronunciation of them. Y'all want to read the introduction? Should we read the intro?
Oh, but the intro doesn't really seem like it's part of the Poetic Eddas. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's up to you.
It's the Prose Edda.
Prose
A
Edda.
little different, and the way it's different is that This is referring, I believe it's, well, here, we can start fucking reading it and probably get the idea of it. I find that I understand stuff more as I read it. Like not reading about it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Odin has his sons, and they basically take up they take up these lands as kings, right? And so maybe we should read the prologue. Let's read the prologue.
I think the prologue's important.
Okay. Read the prologue, guys, and then in the beginning God created heaven and earth and all those things which are in them. So we have to remember that Snorri was a Christian, so keep that in mind. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth and all those things which are in them. And last of all, two of humankind, Adam and Eve, from whom the races are descended. And their offspring multiplied among themselves and were scattered throughout the earth. But as time passed, the races of men became unlike in nature. Some were good and believed on the right, but many more turned after the lust of the world and slighted God's command. Wherefore God drowned the world in a swelling of the sea, and all living things save them alone that were in the ark with Noah. After Noah's flood, 8 of mankind remained alive, who peopled the earth, and the races descended from them. And it was even as before, when the earth was full of folk and inhabited of many. Then all the multitude of mankind began to love greed, wealth, and worldly honor, but neglected the worship of God. Now, accordingly, it became to so evil a pass that they would not name God, and who then could tell their sons of God's mighty wonders? Thus it happened that they lost the name of God, and throughout the wideness of the world, the man was not found. The man was not found who could distinguish in all the trace of his creator. But not the less did God bestow upon them the gifts of the earth, wealth and happiness for their enjoyment of the world. He increased also their wisdom, so that they knew all earthly matters in every phase of whatsoever they might see in the air and on the earth. One thing they wondered and pondered over, what it might mean that the earth and the beast and the birds had one nature in some ways, and yet were unlike in manner of life. And this was their nature one, that the earth was cleft into lofty mountain peaks, wherein water spurted up, and it was not needful to dig longer for water there than in the deep valleys. So it is also with beasts and birds. So it is also with beasts and birds. It is equally far to the blood in the head and the feet. Another quality of the earth is that in each year grass and flowers grow upon the earth, and in the same year all that growth falls away and withers. It is even so with beasts and birds. Hair and feathers grow and fall away each year. This is the third nature of the earth, and when it is opened and dug up, the grass grows straight away on the soil which is uppermost on the earth. Boulders and stones they liken to the teeth and bones of living beings. Thus they recognized that the earth was quick and had life with some matter of nature of its own. And they understood that she was wondrous old in years and mighty in kind. She nourished all that lived, and she took to herself all that died. Therefore they gave her a name, and traced the number of their generations from her. The same thing, moreover, they learned from their aged kinsmen, that many hundreds of years have been numbered since the same earth yet was, and the same sun and stars of the heavens. But the courses of these were unequal, some having a longer course and some a shorter. From things like these, the thought stirred within them that there might be some governor of the stars of heaven, one who might order their courses after his will, and that he must be very strong and full of might. This also they held to be true, that if he swayed the chief things of creation, he must have been before the stars of heaven. And they saw that if he ruled the courses of the heavenly bodies, he must also govern the shining of the sun, and the dews of the air, and the fruits of the earth, whatsoever grows upon it. and in like manner the winds of the air and the storms of the sea. They do not yet where his kingdom was, but this they believed, that he ruled all things on earth and in the sky, the great stars also of the heaven and the winds of the sea. Wherefore not only to tell of this fittingly, but also that they might fasten it in memory. They gave names out of their own minds to all things. This belief of theirs has changed in many ways, according as the peoples drifted asunder and their tongues became severed one from another. But all things they discerned with the wisdom of the earth, for the understanding of the Spirit was not given to them. This they perceived, that all things were fashioned of some essence. All right. The world. All right. So here we go. We got some people on YouTube. How many people we got on Rumble? Rat, who should we get out of here?
All right.
Or should we keep everybody? Just kick Twitter. We just kicked Twitter out of here.
Just kick Twitter.
Well, they're gone. Twitter's gone. They've been gone.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't kick any of them. I wouldn't kick any of them. But I also wouldn't. But I also would kick Twitter too. Fuck Twitter.
I already kicked X, so we're good.
Fuck X, guys. Fuck X.
So I guess on Gods of the Morning Wood, it won't be. We'll keep the YouTube. We'll kick X, and then we'll keep the YouTube and Rumble up, so we can get people over there on But we can keep the StreamYard. I mean, I don't know. What's the point of the StreamYard then? Because the StreamYard works well with the occult cinema. Because
guys, join the StreamYard. We're about to kick off YouTube, so join the StreamYard and Rumble. We're going to move over to members only. So make sure you join the StreamYard and get in here real quick as soon as possible, because Jules is kicking to YouTube real soon right here.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, guys. So join the StreamYard, join the Patreon. Rumble is gay. Yes, it is. That is true. But on Rumble, we could say a few things that otherwise we cannot on like YouTube or.
Yeah. So we'll probably be here for another hour, guys. YouTube, I'll see y'all around 2:00. For the occult cinema, we probably won't be on there for too long, but we're gonna go live on there to let everyone know.
Damn.
To come over.
Damn, they locked your mom's account.
And this, I'll probably make this private here in a little bit. Since we streamed a lot of it. Excuse me, we streamed a lot of it to Rumble and YouTube today. So YouTube, we'll see you guys later. Like I said, come over to the Patreon if you want to support the show. And you can get access to the the StreamYard link. You can watch the entire, because I think 2 other shows I had where we had a StreamYard link. And or maybe, no, not for the Sabazius show. We just went to the Rumble and then put it. No, maybe we did do a StreamYard.
It is Xerox.
Yes. Yeah. It's posted with the, so is the one for 2:00. So YouTube, we'll see you later.